Already we know what?
That I need to be able to internally rotate on my right side better than I can now,
Exactly.
and that's a capsular thing.
Right, very good. Right capsule, or I'm gonna say right hip, IRD, internal rotation deficit. Okay? That make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Capsule issue. What else?
We need to the hip and shoulder control.
Not there yet, just hip and core control.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So, okay. So, in terms of our core work, I'm looking for specificity, not just hold planks for 5 minutes. Again, waste of your time. Okay, I can't make it. People ask all the time, there's no single correlation between how long you hold a plank and how well you can run or running form or anything. It's stupid.
I haven't really done planks.
Good. If you're not doing a core exercise that can be described in 2 terms, it's a waste of your time. Everything for your core should either fall into a controlling twisting through my spine or extending my hip while I'm trying to give you a challenge to maintain back control. Does that make sense?
Yes.
If I
Absolutely.
can't put him there, there's no reason to do it. Okay? So this needs to work what? With the hip joint, because yes, you're stiff, but you also have right hip inhibition, right? Inhibition is not the fact you're weak, right? I said fixing, you went, oh, I can actually do that, okay? You just have to learn the position. Does that make sense? Now, I'm gonna get to strength in a second, okay? But so far, here's where we are. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get you on your right side for me.
Laying down on my right side?
Yep. Okay, relax, good. Bend legs up for me and start to be loose. Just totally easy, loose, relax. Let's do a YT test. Let your legs flop on down. Awesome. This leg goes to here. Hold it here for me. Okay, give you a little spin forward. Forward, everything. Good. Forward, forward, forward. Good. Pull that leg right there. Got that?
Yeah.
Keep it. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Twist it in.
Oh, you want it in more? Okay.
Yeah, with that leg straight for me. Good. So, focus on glute. Don't let it push us down. Got it? Hold, 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 hold. Awesome. Good. Flip. Here's hands. Relax. Just loose. Relax, relax, relax. Good. Let's flop on down. Awesome. Good. Okay. Hold here for me. Got it? Again, give me a hint. Get out of your TFL. Roll in. Straighten that leg out for me. Good. Roll in. So I rotate. So I rotate. Good. Hold here.
There's the problem.
Yep. Hold here. Okay, what's happening?
I'm trying to tell my glute to fire,
Yep.
so I can
What's
hold this
firing?
leg
Yep.
up. But
So
what's
on.
something else is
Well, it's happening its own. So what have you taught yourself to do? So if I hold you here, so I'm asking you what? Basically abduct your hip, right? Sideways.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if I take my hand off and you twist in an external rotation, right? You're trying to use your TFL support for support versus your posterior chain.
Right.
Okay. So I want you to do for me is again, hold this internal rotation. I know it's hard. Hold it there. Good. Right there. Don't move. Don't move. Spin in. Knee towards the ground. Good. Hold there. Hold there.
So weak.
Knee in. Get back an extension, right? So give me some full range. Right there. Straighten that leg for me. Straighten that leg. Straighten that leg. Again, stay back. Hold that. Got it? Hold it. Yeah. See, that's not like really aiding gravity. Okay. that make sense? I mean, every time I do something, you're having to go back and shift. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell my.
Totally. Yeah. No, I get it.
Not
Yeah.
there.
So that's not a lateral plane problem. That's a rotational plane problem. Does that make sense? Hey, I'm not surprised by this at all, right? Think about it. In a bridge, I had to like coach you through how to get things squared back again, right? So if I basically put your leg out and say maintain its rotational position, you're like, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's that inhibition thing, right? That's not a strength problem.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Lie on your belly, please. Okay. Relax. Loose, loose, loose. Okay. This leg is up. We're coming to here. Hold right there for me. Got it. Hold, 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 hold. There you go. Good. Relax. Good. This leg is up. Again, relax your back. Good here for me. Hold right there, please. Hold, 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 hold. Actually quite good. Relax. Scoot down to your feet, just off the edge for me.
Out there?
Yep.
Yeah. Keep moving.
Got full pan scan. You can come closer. Come closer. Relax. This leg goes up. Keep right there for me. Got it? Loose, loose, loose. Relax. What kind of web stuff are you doing these days?
I do a lot of like integrations with like our digital marketing department. So a lot of times it's about like advanced interactions with the web page that people want to know happens. So it's about understanding the event pathways for that. So it's like,
So you're doing back
you know,
end
who
stuff?
clicks on this button, but like there's these other gotchas in the way.
Yeah. So you're doing back end stuff?
Do I do any back end stuff? Only when I have to. I'm more front end.
Yeah. So you're the psychology stuff?
A little bit. A lot of times, like, I'm doing a lot of like advanced JavaScript or CSS work, wherever that falls. Like, other times, like I'm writing like scripts. I do a little bit of like data mining and auditing, like scanning the web pages too. A lot of times this is putting more generic programming skills to use too. There's a need for that in an ad hoc way in our business. Well, someone will be like, I have these 3 or 4 spreadsheets that can be like, you know, they need to be cleaned up and deduplicated, and we need to filter these values. And
How's that feel there? Are you okay?
it's not like, I don't say like it's painful. This feels like stiff.
Yeah, and how's that feel compared to the side? Same or different?
Different because I feel like next to nothing on my left side.
Yeah. Come onto your back for me.
Say that again, sorry.
Come onto your back for me. Dude, your ankles move like garbage.
Say that again.
Your ankles moving like garbage.
Left one or right one?
Your left one. Relax, 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 relax. How does it feel that you want to do that?
I don't really feel much. When we really start to press, I start feeling in the back of my calf.
Just back, not front.
Yeah, just the back.
How does it feel here?
It's a little painful. Yeah.
Alright, that's how you get them. You got this. Put your hands right in
I
his
have
foot.
plenty of ways to
And
get it,
just-
so don't you worry.
Outside of that, my right foot usually takes a bit of abuse. It's painful on my left, not quite as much.
Yeah. See, there's some soft tissue tightening through here. Relax your foot. Loose, loose, loose. All right. Soft tissue varus means that the plantar fascia on the bottom of the foot has gotten tight and wants to wind your big toe up. okay, like this, right? I want to help this wind, watch this, down, right, without this having to torque in.
So basically
That makes
let
sense.
the foot sort of pronate more.
Well, no, let the forefoot adapt, right, without this collapsing in. That
Oh
makes
yeah,
sense?
without like the whole leg moving basically.
Right,
That was
because watch, this is foot torsion, which is fine, right? Again, you've got joint mobility with this, okay? This is leg torsion, that makes sense?
Yeah.
So remember, we don't have full instrumentation on the sides. And you get about here,
And it
and you're trying to
hurts.
extend your hip, and it's like,
No.
no room, dude. There's no space.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have to get you more capsule room to be able to what? Twist in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. I do things a little backwards. Usually what I do at this point, get you running what I see you naturally do. I'm not worried about that. We're gonna fix some of this stuff so we start running. I can show you things that will click in and transfer some stuff in a form. Does that make sense?
Perfect.
Okay, so problem list. Okay, so again, if you're doing something before a run, or not on a run day, whatever, it better darn well fit one of these slots, or else she's gonna say, hey, what the hell are you doing? Spend more time with me, okay? Seriously, there's no reason to put stuff in just for whatever, okay? Integrating our core with our hip, everything's gonna be having to work focused around twisting components or basic components where I'm trying to train your brain to get your hip to move while keeping your back under control. With me? Okay. Second thing is, your right hip capsule has to improve your range of motion. That's actually really easy to do, okay? And then the right hip inhibition, which kind of goes under this category here. Those will kind of blur a little bit in terms of what's moving, but or control things there. And then our soft tissue varus component to unlock this so that you can move your foot without torquing your hip, okay? This does not seem crazy to me. I understand your frustrations and I get it. This is not unfixable in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Okay. That makes sense? Okay. Last time I saw you, I gave you a lot of things which are kind of open chain based, meaning foot was off the ground type stuff with the slings and everything else. Those are great exercises.
Still do some of those.
For sure. Well, hold on. So those are great exercises for strength. There tends to be less of an impetus on the closed chain stability aspect of things, and given the fact you kept telling me over and over again, I'm not feeling the link between doing stuff and running form. Those are all great exercises, but again, to make things specific, what you need to make most stuff is going to be closed chain things, so you have to think about what your body's doing as you move. Because I want to make those positions kind of register in your head, so we're building muscle memory, not just building your exercise reps. Does that make sense?
Totally.
Okay. Questions?
So based on some of this, especially the hip related stuff, one of the things I've had a difficult time articulating with therapists or just in general when I describe people like what my pain and coordination issue is.
Oh, wrong.
You can go that.
Hi, how are you guys?
We're good. Have a great day.
You too.
It's a cameo.
So one of the things that I would go through these periods where I would run for a couple weeks and it feels like running would help. Like my symptoms, running made me feel better the more that I ran or as I increased the frequency of that, specifically in terms of symptoms around the hip. And then I, like as if there was like this magical alignment where things felt good. And then inevitably I'd run a few more weeks and something would happen, either I did something or who knows what the factor is, and that quality, that feeling of smoothness would disappear. And a lot of times I found that like when it came to my right hip specifically, that there was a certain point where I needed to internally rotate and sort of like snap it around, where I could actually get it to like pop. After it would pop a little bit or sometimes make a noise, sometimes it's just like a feel thing. After doing that, it's just like a lot of tension went out of the hip, and extension-based motion after that felt in more of that smooth category. And a lot of what I was doing was trying to get to that point and identifying what that was. So I feel like this is in that, because what I was noticing filming myself doing a lot of this stuff is that it's just like, why is my right side so like externally rotated? Why is it related? It's like related to that. So I just want to say that's helpful and make note of how that ties in with some of the stuff I've had difficulty articulating.
Yeah, so when you look at your a manipulation, right? Manipulations are basically stretching tissue at all, and not manipulating is a dumb word. When you pop something, right, it's basically like rebooting your computer. Your brain goes, okay, back to ground zero again. And when you are basically popping into the bursal card, pars acetabuli, the thing pops back and forth. It's basically like a little reset for your brain to let things move. So what it's letting you do is accessing the range of motion. You have your hip capsule easier. It's not increasing the motion, because I don't know about the past. Right now you're deficient, right?
Right.
It's an easy fix, honestly. It's not a long, that'll be normal in probably 2.5 to 3 weeks, okay? But right now, today, you don't have full motion. So probably what's happening is you were accessing the range of motion you had better, okay? But it reached a point where you still had a block somewhere in the path, in that motion. Does that make sense? So you have to increase the range and your use of the range. So again, if I said, okay, let's just give you a hip stretch, and then you basically buy, right? You'll give them a range and you won't use it, because I know people don't use ranges when you stretch, right? They use range when you keep control it. So
Exactly.
we'll work on it today.
Okay, that's I'll make a note of that.
I want to look at one thing on top. Lie and then have a seat facing that wall for me for a second. Let's get back for me. Right. So deep breath in for me. Now. Okay, let's breathe with your ribs and your belly, not your low back. How about that? There you go, good. Now begin for me. Inhale. Good, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Actually, sorry, walk off to the back for me. I want you to put your back against the wall, and I want you to tuck your tailbone flat against the wall. I'm going to put your feet a little bit further away. Cool. So flatten tailbone back, head against the wall, back sucking the wall as much as you can. Take your thumbs, put them pointers forward. I want you to reach up overhead and touch the wall for me. Or see how far you can get to. So keep that back flat. Good. Up, up. Keep going. As you go. Try to get your thumbs to the wall if you can. Keep this tucked. What do you feel like is tight? Binding up top or pulling down below?
All throughout the top of my scapula, like all up and down in here.
Great. Lie on your left side for a second for me. This might not feel good.
Okay, alright, I'll brace myself for that.
I'm gonna get your intercostals. Are you ticklish?
I can be, just go with it, we'll see what happens.
It's okay. Look, just let's put this on my arm like this, so it relaxes. That way you can. I'm not gonna take your promise, but I'm gonna have my arm in your armpit. Okay. You alright?
Yeah.
Just relax. Just loose. Okay, just let it go. How does it feel through there?
It hurts a little bit. Like, it's just generally all I got is weird right now. Obviously, I'm not very coordinated.
How does it feel there?
That spot right there is really stiff.
Yeah, okay, just relax. I'm not gonna do anything crazy. We're just gonna, I'm literally not pushing any hard in this.
Okay.
I'm just going back and forth. I'm gonna get intercostals. I'm just trying to let these guys just zero out with some tone and relax. You're welcome to video this. We're gonna be here for a while.
Nathan, that's your call.
You can just kill it for now if he's gonna do this for a little bit.